God is not trying to keep you from joy. We talked about this in another podcast recently. Rather, he's inviting you into something so much better. And so oftentimes, I think when we get stuck or fixated on someone who's unequally yoked in that season of life, is that we're settling for something less than what God has in store for us, which is something so much better. It reminds me when my son was really little, he had done something, and like I had told him like he's gonna get a Lego, you know. And my plan, we live right here we live in Orange County, and so we have Disneyland, and downtown Disney there's the Lego factory. And so my plan in my mind was like, I'm gonna take Levi to the Lego factory, and he's just gonna love walking around there. He's gonna pick something amazing. But a few days before we go there, we walk into, I don't know, it was like a whatever, just a small little store. And they had this little 99-cent Lego. And he goes, that one. He's like 2-3 years old. That's the one I want. And I go, no, buddy, no, that's not the one you want. He goes, no, that's the one I want. I want this one. I'm like, no, dude, like, trust me, that's not the Lego I have for you. You know what I mean? And a few days later, we go to the Lego factory, and we walk through the front door, and his eyes just light up. I mean, there's Millennium Falcons, and there's Death Stars, and there's rows and rows and Legos. And there's that little tiny Lego that he wanted so badly, he didn't even notice it. He walked right by it into the joy that I had in store for him. And so often, that is what's happening with us, is that we settle for something so much less than what God has in store for us.
That's right, exactly. And Ray, you often share this quote, and I think this is so applicable to this. First, I fear God. Next,
I fear him that fears him not.
right. You're marrying someone who does not, it doesn't matter what they say, if they're not born again, they don't truly fear God. And there's a lot to fear about what they may do.
Yeah, I think it's analogous of unequally yoked would be oxen. Would I be correct?
Yeah.
And if you have oxen that are unequally yoked, they're not going to go in the other direction. They're going to go in circles.
Wow.
And so that's what happens. You just go nowhere. Mark, you're talking about husbands that you're unequally yoked to, but what happens when he gets into pornography where he says, I don't want you to teach my kids about this religion stuff? What does a wife do then?
Yeah.
So we need to look ahead, and I love the analogy of the Lego. I thought you were going to say he grabbed that little one and ran off.
This video is part of the Living Waters podcast. To watch full episodes and explore more content that equips you in your faith, visit livingwaters.tv. You can listen to the full episode titled on the screen for free on all major podcast platforms.